Alrighty. Hope everything is good. Hope we're live. Let me adjust this a little bit. Tried to do a webcam again, trying to see if the webcam um, live streaming is working. Still not, so we're doing phone again. But I only got like 50% juice, so I don't know how long this live stream is going to last, but hopefully for a while. So, anyway, again, welcome. There's nobody here yet, but welcome for anyone who comes in now or who scripts to the beginning. Just like the past few ones that I have done, every other Saturday until the lockdown and the quarantine and all that stuff is over. Every other Saturday, I'm going to do a live stream so people get to talk to me in person. See, you guys seem to enjoy that, and I enjoy it too. So that's what we're doing. So, let me go over a couple of things that has happened to me recently. Today was kind of crazy because I woke up with everyone scared that my city was on fire. It's not on fire. In fact, it's not even that bad in Austin. So I'm fine. And then also found out and saw a live stream and saw, SpaceX launch astronauts to the International Space Station. So give and take, good and bad. Let's go over some announcements. So I don't want to talk about it just yet, but I did get a microphone from a company to review, which I haven't done yet, but I need to immediately after this. And it is this guy, that guy right there. This was sent to me, and there's nothing else in the box. Just came with foam and some paperwork, which I actually think there's some paperwork in here, which I'm not going to do a full review of it. I've only done like a preliminary listen to. Haven't really listened to the whole thing just yet. But, well, that's just the registration thing. Does anyone even use that anymore? If you get an item, do you still register it? I don't. Pretty basic USB mic. It is, however, it is 44.1 and 16-bit. So that's the part that I'm not super excited about. It's basically the minimum requirements. Service card. Now, I have reviewed some of their mics before, and this one does seem slightly better quality. So there is that. But again, not going to talk about it too much. But so that's something that you should expect. Probably before next Saturday. Actually, I think it's probably going to go up on Monday. So, all right, just share this around a little bit. Come on in, ask questions anytime. Come on in. Nope. Come on in. There we go. Boop. And I positioned this to a different spot than it was before. Hey there. Because normally I have it like right in front of my screen, and the screen is where I read the comments and the questions. So now I have it off to the side now, so hopefully I can read the comments a little bit better. Okay, so anything new in voiceover? Yeah, stay signed in. So let's see. Fiverr's been pretty good. Fiverr's been pretty well. I'm seeing a lot of people get a lot of work on Fiverr, which there was concern as to whether or not the quarantine and all this would mean that business would go down on Fiverr and for voiceover, but it actually seems like business is actually pretty good. So if you're doing work on Fiverr, hopefully you are doing better. If not, and you need help, go ahead and email me. Gladly help you out with that. Okay. Oh, very, very nice. Cool. A little update from one of the people that I do voiceover from. Not gonna say the guy's name, but it's a game that's on Steam. It's not up yet. It was still in like alpha or beta or still kind of early. What was actually kind of, and this was my bad, is I actually, he sent it to me and I thought it was clear because I have a Let's Play channel and I was doing a month of all the games that I've done voiceover in, just playing those games. And I thought it was clear between him and me that that was one of the goals because I told him I had a Let's Play channel and I was doing a month where I, play games that I've done voiceover in and I've never gotten access to one in advance before. And I would love to play that on the channel. And he was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then, I sent him a link. He thought it was awesome. He's like, "Cool. I wouldn't, I'd love to see it on your channel as well." And I thought that it was understood that that was the idea. And then he sent me early access to the game, and then I played it, and there was like some rough parts and this kind of thing. And I sent him the video in advance, and I kind of like pointed out some of the areas that he could improve. He appreciated it, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I uploaded it. Come to find out, he watched it and was very upset. He felt embarrassed, and then he was furious that I had uploaded it. And I was like, "We just talked about this. You just approved it." But apparently not. So that kind of happened, and I wasn't sure. There's a point to why I'm saying this, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be keeping that client because that is kind of embarrassing. That is kind of a breach of trust, and I was like, "Oh, great!" So I just sent him the last of the files, not expecting him to come back. But the dude's come back. Like we've actually had a pretty healthy working relationship. So that's good. My case is very unique, so I don't know exactly why I'm telling you this, but that was just a little story in there. Let's see. Asfa. Oh, let's move this down. Whew. Asfa. How do you say your name? How do you say your name? Can you spell it phonetically? And as far as oops, is oops because of my oops, or did you accidentally start watching this video? Yeah, either way. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Hi, Mike. You? It just says you. So Mike McKay says hello. Hello, Mike McKay. Thank you for doing this. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. What platform, websites, do you get the bulk of your work from? And is most of it character work? Yes, the majority of it is character work. I would say the one that has the largest slice of the pie would be Fiverr, and then second would be email. And then third it's hard to gauge. I don't know what would take up the largest third. I think third would be spread amongst all the other websites because it comes in so sporadically. Let's see. I can pull up one. There's one that I get one project every year, like clockwork, like every single year it's one, and it's just random at some point in the year. I think it's Voice Crew. The Voice Crew is one that I get one project every year, and they always fail to get. Okay, so I don't advertise that I do commercial work or commercial narration. I do it, but I don't advertise. And, my main demos on there are, my character work. And of course, I put my commercial stuff on there. You should always, even if you don't normally do it, even if that's not your goal, you have to put it on there anyway. And I put it up there, and then I only get work for commercial, and it's always like the most boring, dullest stuff, and some of the worst clients. No, I take that back. Fiverr, I've had worse clients on Fiverr. I'll say that, and a lot of, but the ones that I get through Voice Crew, they're always like, "Hey, we need this, within 12 hours." And Voice Crew, just I didn't get the email, I didn't get the phone call, until like it's past due, and then they'll start calling me, and messaging me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't see it." They're like, "You don't check it every day?" And I'm like, "No, I don't check it every day. What are you talking about? You send me one project, one audition a year. The hell is wrong with you?" So, the pay is okay for the projects they give me, but it's so rare. It's just a very small fraction. And that's what a lot of the websites are. I would say Fiverr's probably the biggest one. Hi, Timmy. I get these clicks in my raw voiceover recording. I hear them while editing or breaths. Editing at breaths. Okay. I don't pump my mic stand. You don't pump your mic stand. Oh, you don't bump your mic. See, that's my dyslexia. Sorry. So is this, flip this over. Flip this over. I don't bump my mic stand or anything like that. What can cause that? Okay. It sounds like you're describing mouth noise, but due to the fact that okay, I'm going to need a little bit more information. At what point in the audio are you hearing this? At what point is it coming in? It sounds like mouth noise, which, if that is, my recommendation is to always brush, get up in the morning, look at all your emails, look at all your messages, plan out your day. Go eat, a good-sized breakfast. Not too much. Don't get so full that you're like, oh God, I can't bend over and I can't breathe. Don't do that. Go take some vitamins. Get in the shower, brush your teeth, and then head to. Okay, it's not mouth noise. Okay, good. Okay, so clicks. Describe the clicks. Is it like a popping of, is it like a digital popping, like as if you were like pulling out the mic cable out of the mic, or is it and how often are the intervals? Is it only in the breaths? I have a lot of questions. But if it's not mouth noise, then it's something probably more technical. Hey Tim, I just sent you an email. Oh, zoom this down. I just sent you an email with a link to my voice. Whoa. I don't know what that message is about, but okay. With a link to my voice, would you mind taking a listen and tell me what type of work you hear me doing? Narration, commercial, audiobook. Okay. I might do that for this. Let me get some more questions. It's not heard during the recording, but I heard them whole edit. I'm guessing while edit. While editing? Or while editing. Okay. Only while editing? Then it's probably the software. Does it come out in the actual audio file? Like when you render it, is it still there? Because it sounds like it might be the program. Okay, so a couple ideas that it might be if it's only in the program. It could be that you're having kind of a buffering issue. I've heard similar sounds to what I think you have in mind, and it's normally when you're like scrubbing through it, and it has this kind of like where the computer's trying to catch up to where you are kind of thing, and so it kind of compresses all of the sounds into one little like blip real quick. Maybe that's it. My next question would be, what program are you editing in? That would be my next question. Okay. What type of pop filter is this? This is, let's bring this one over. I should just have this in frame. This should just be my co-star. This one, this guy right here. Okay, so this is the Movo. It is a Movo dead cat. Some people don't like that phrase. Some people actually consider it triggering, but whatever. It's the Movo dead cat, and it is, and that's the exact same mic that I have right here. It's the Audio Technica 87.5R. Wonderful little mic. Yeah, it's one of these guys. The mic just goes onto there, and then there is this, you cannot see that, but it's a lot of foam inside there that just kind of, it's very loose. It's very loose. hollow kind of foam, and so it doesn't really pose any kind of acoustic barrier. So the sound just goes right through, no problem. And then there's this layer of fake fur over it. But these are like $15 a piece. They're pretty good. They do slightly color the audio. They do kind of take some of the high end off, but if you're wanting a pop filter or a wind cover, which is more what these are, wind cover for, videos, like doing these kinds of things, and you don't want to have to worry about, plosives in any way. Plosive, see how that was fine? Then I would recommend getting one of these. Oh, okay. I edit in Adobe CC. Okay. Weird. Are you doing any pitch shifting in your Adobe? Are you doing any pitch shifting? Because that would do that. I'm trying to think of what else. I would make sure that you have the most up-to-date version, and make sure all your other drivers, including the MP3 and Wave drivers, are good. I think they're drivers. Make sure all that's good. And what would be the other thing? Well, if it's only in the editing and it's not in the audio, then it wouldn't be the interface. What kind of interface are you using? What kind of mic? Oh, I use Audacity. It does the work. It does. It's a pretty chunky beast. It is a pretty chunky beast. My voice has gotten low today. I don't know why, but my voice is really low. I don't normally have like a lower register, but today's one of those days. I remember what it was. I got up early and I was screaming like Gilbert Gottfried. That's what it was. And my voice is just bouncing back. That's why it's doing that. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Thanks. Y'all aren't gonna be able to hear this, but I'm gonna listen to this real quick. This is Mike. Is it Mike? Oh, that's right. I can't listen to it on here because I got this plugged into my phone. I don't got this plugged into here. I'll listen to that later. Unfortunately, I can't listen to that right now. I can kind of give an answer as far as like what voice you should, what work you should try to do. Let's see, narration, commercial, ebook. I would say all of them. It's probably the easiest thing to say because, okay, so if you're just starting out in voiceover, you're just getting into voiceover, it is totally fine to kind of sort of stretch yourself thin because you don't know exactly what the market wants from you just yet. And you don't know what you'll have a natural proclivity for, that early on. So trying everything within reason is probably a good idea. I would say I wouldn't get into audiobook just yet unless you really enjoy reading. Commercial and narration, for the most part, those are the same kind of work. I would definitely say, that's probably an easy thing to get into. Audiobook or ebook is really only get into that when you have a lot of time to sit there and do a full book from beginning to end, normally taking a couple months to do this whole thing, stopping and starting, because no one does an audiobook in one day. And if they do, who was it? The guy who did Gollum, he did one. He read like The Hobbit or something like that for children. He did a live stream. Dang it. Dude's setting the bar too high. Anyway, he did that, but that's not normal. Not normally how audiobooks are done. But yeah, only do that if you have the kind of time. I think audiobooks can be done by a lot of people. You don't have to have a particular kind of voice because it depends on the book. Some books sound better with a deeper voice. Some books sound better with, a higher pitch voice. Like, for example, Frankenstein's. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein can be read by anybody. I do prefer when it's, an older person with an English accent. It just seems to fit, even though the main person in the story is technically like, I think he's like 17 to early 20s, which is not an older person, but really anybody can read that book. I would say Pride and Prejudice would probably sound better with a female voice. So it really just kind of like depends on the book. So really anybody can do audiobook, but not everyone can do all the audiobooks. Does that make sense? And then as far as commercial narration, that's for everybody. Like, for example, I have more of a younger person kind of, the ones that I work the best with my voice is younger, hipper tech kind of stuff. I'm not. I mean, just the way I said younger and hipper. But that's the kind of stuff that my voice, fits a little bit better with, is that kind of like a new app or a website or something like that, or tech of some sort. So, there's a market for everybody. All right. Boss, I want to know, do I have an employee? I have an employee? You're fired. Why aren't you working today? Boss, I want to know that how to get started. Orders on Fiverr. Also recommend that how to appear in search results. Okay. Okay, in order to get on Fiverr, you have to have a demo. I mean, in order to do voiceover in general to get started, you have to have a demo. You know what? I'll get to something in a second. A conversation that not really a conversation, but a live stream that I was watching with someone else, and I'll kind of like share some of the stuff that they said, because I asked about demos to them, and there's someone that's much farther in career than I am, so that's probably useful information. But on Fiverr, you need a demo. It needs to be a good demo. So before you post anything, so go ahead and create the profile. Creating a profile on Fiverr is free. Totally fine. Create a free profile. Get an idea of what it is that you want to do on Fiverr. I mean, voiceover, obviously, but you're not going to want to do just a gig that says voiceover. I actually have a couple videos on this. I might have a playlist on Fiverr videos that I've done. I might not, but let me just copy and paste this in here somewhere. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to have gigs that are more specific than just saying voiceover. Just saying voiceover is incredibly vague. And, there's one. Okay, so I'll go ahead and copy that. What? Maybe that's not right. That looks wrong. That's the one. So you're going to want something that's a little bit more specific. So what specifically in voiceover are you wanting to do? What specific kind of voiceover are you into or searching? Let's say audiobook. You want to do audiobook on Fiverr. So you'll want to post, a very specific audiobook demo. And you'll want the demo to be you reading a book. It shouldn't just be you going, hey, hi Fiverr fans. Like, I'm an experienced voice actor with tons of, this is the mic I'm using, this is the space I'm working. Look forward to hearing from you. No, on audiobook, on Fiverr, you'll basically just want to spend the entire time showing people, what kind of, what you sound like reading a book. So just literally just find your favorite book, read a segment, that's your demo. And then put that on Fiverr. And then for like character work, you're going to want a character demo, which is going to be very specific. And then commercial and narration, you're going to want that demo, but you don't want to lump everything into one thing. That's how you get ignored and buried on Fiverr, is just being voiceover, just being another voice actor. So you need something specific. Because when people go on Fiverr, and I've said this a couple times, but totally fine. When somebody goes on Fiverr, when a client goes on Fiverr and they're looking for somebody and looking to hire somebody, there's a specific thing they're looking for on Fiverr. It's a specific thing. They already have a project in mind. They have a voice. They have a script. They have a budget. All that's already in their head. So they don't go on there and they don't just type in voiceover. Like, nobody goes on Fiverr like, I feel like buying some voiceover today. And they go on Fiverr and they just scroll through all the voiceover. Nobody does that. People always go on with something specific. Someone's like, all right, I got a video game that I'm looking to to cast. This is the kind of character that I'm looking for. So I want someone that's high energy, you know, lots of range. So maybe gravelly because it's like a villain or something, like a goblin or something like that. So they go on there, they type in, you know, voiceover. I would show you, but I can't, you know, screen share right now. But they're looking for, you know, video game voiceover. There's all they fill in the tabs. They're looking for a male voice actor, obviously English because the script is in English, and then, you know, go down, you know, English accent or American accent, totally fine, don't care. And then it narrows down their search, and then they find the demos for video game. They watch those. So you have to be more specific in title, tag, and demo. So all that has to be very specific. That's why you see a lot of the people that are successful on Fiverr, especially doing voiceover, kind of have multiple gigs for a lot of other things. You know, I have a Christopher Walken one. I got a Donald Trump one. Those are very, very popular right now because people are, you know, wishing people well and all this kind of stuff, or they want something goofy and silly, and so that's the kind of stuff they order. Just after that is my character demo, my character gig, and that's just, you know, character voiceover in general, which a lot of cartoon and video game and animation goes through there. But then I do have anime, video game, and cartoon separate, just so when something comes in, you know, it's a specific kind of game. I know what to expect. Oh, I know it's video game. You know, I'm in that mindset. Oh, it's anime. I'm in that mindset. Oh, it's animation. It could be anything. It could be whiteboard animation. Could be this and that. So that's the way of not getting buried on Fiverr. Thanks a lot. You share me some great stuff. Good. I'm glad. I hope that helped out. So question that I have for you is, are you on Fiverr already, or are you not? Are you already on Fiverr, or are you just looking to get on Fiverr? I mean, this is obviously the best time to, well, I don't know. I would say earlier would have been the best time to have started voiceover and gotten on Fiverr, but now's not. It's not like it's too late. Obviously, nowadays it's still totally fine, but it obviously would have been better. So, are you already on Fiverr? If so, do you already have an account? All that kind of stuff. What's my Fiverr handle? It is FunnyGuyTimmy. I basically am rocking with the FunnyGuyTimmy on every platform: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, which I need to upload some more stuff on DeviantArt. I'm getting more into drawing, mostly just because I'm bored. Okay. I'm looking to get into Fiverr. Not yet there. Okay. Totally fine. Okay. So I would definitely recommend going over the playlist that I just uploaded. There are a couple videos in here on Fiverr, like specifically on Fiverr. And then there's a couple other on how, you know, charging your rates, how to use commercial licenses, and, you know, creating a demo, all that kind of stuff, and how to move your way up. So definitely check that one out. There's some Fiverr related videos. I would definitely say, you know, if you haven't started doing voiceover yet, watch the whole thing. It's going to be a couple days to watch the whole thing, but I've at least narrowed it down. It used to be you'd have to go searching through my thing, but now it's like from beginning to end, this is the most relevant voiceover information that you could get on my channel. I'm sure there's someone who's way better. Okay, I have done 50 auditions on voices.com, question mark, and have received 7. 7 likes, no hires. Is there hope? Well, I haven't listened to your demo yet because I wasn't able to, but I will listen to that after I'm done here. And I'll probably let you know. Send me in that email you just sent me, send me your link to your voices.com homepage, and let me see what demos you have on there. I won't be able to see the auditions, but I can at least look on there. What were the auditions for? Were they all for basically the same exact kind of thing, or were they kind of spread out? Because if they're spread out, like, oh, I auditioned for audiobook, I auditioned for video game, I auditioned for cartoon, I auditioned for this and that, then it's not really 50, it's 5 animation, 5 cartoon, 5, you know, this and that. And it kind of builds that way. So it spreads out, your chances. I mean, basically, okay. So I think the average. I mean, you're not far from the average as far as your auditions. Most people audition. Well, okay. Here's another question: in how short a period of time was that? How short a period of time? Okay, let's see. I'm not sure how much time I put into it. All narration or corporate, and 3 weeks. Okay, 50 in 3 weeks. I think the average voice actor does like 100 auditions a week. So to start seeing more results, you'll probably have to bump that up a little bit. But I haven't listened to it, so I can't gauge it. I can't tell you if maybe it just wasn't the right script for you or what. But yeah, 100 a week is pretty normal, pretty standard. Again, there's no guarantees. It's very hard to guarantee anybody anything, especially on the open free market, like the online voiceover market. But that's what a lot of people do when, especially when they're first starting out. I would ask, how long have you been doing voiceover? What kind of mic are you using? How much money did you spend to treat your recording space? Those are probably 3 next questions. All right. Okay, how many gigs does Fiverr... Oh, wait, so how many gigs does Fiverr give you when you just start out? When you just started? That's a good question. I started on Fiverr 12, 13 years ago. Let's see. I can actually pull that up. I can actually look at that. So Fiverr was very different. It used to be just 1 gig, 1 profile. That used to be what it was. But let's see. Can I go over for a moment? Can I see it? Can I see it for a moment? I started. Oh, it hasn't been that long. It's only been 7 years. Okay. I started in January 2013. So 7 years ago, if that is accurate. And Fiverr was different, and they only gave you 1. I'm top rated seller, and I don't know how many gigs I can make. I've made all the ones that I care to make for right now, but I don't know. I want to say it's 1, but I'm not positive. Not positive. Different question, but you're probably the guy who can help. It's a different question, but you're probably the guy who can help. I don't know what that's attached to. Is that just attached to the previous statement? Well, I hope I can help. That's what I'm here for. I think it's 7. 7 gigs you can start out with? Are we having the same conversation? I think we are. I'm a copywriter, so I've done VO for years by putting a scratch track on my spots, but have never auditioned like everyone else. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So you wrote copy for radio or companies? Yeah, that's very different than being like a full-on voice actor. So, I don't know. Were you working with your gear? Someone else's gear? I'm dying to know some more. It's 7. I think it's 7. And then he says, yep. Okay, cool. I hope that's right. If you can start out with 7 right when you go into Fiverr, I mean that's really good to start with. What if your mother language is not English, and you have learned English as a North American? You learned English as a North American accent. The hell just fell? Oh, that's that. As a North American accent, can you still get some chances. Well, here's the thing: is every language, every culture, every country, everyone is looking for voice actors. Everybody's looking for voice actors. So it's not just English. So you shouldn't be like, oh, I can only be a voice actor, or I can only be successful at voice acting, if I know English. That really isn't all that much of a bar or a criteria for voice acting. But I would say most of the three largest markets for voiceover is English, so America, UK, Canada, Australia, and then India and China. I would say, but a lot of the people that I work with in India and China at least, know English as like a second language. So as long as you can, really the only bar or the really only criteria is if you can communicate with people, even if it's just through writing in English, then, you should be fine. You should be fine to communicate. But unless it's fluent, which, I know a lot of people that, learned another language are fluent and there wasn't their birth language. But, so it doesn't say that you can't. But if you don't speak incredibly fluent in the language, I would never advertise. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not so much that I would ever advertise that I speak Spanish. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to box yourself into a corner where all of a sudden you're going to start getting orders from that language that you won't be able to fill out. And it's worse to have angry or upset customers than it is to just keep in your small market. I would say rocket in whatever small market that you have. There's a lot of companies in India and China that would probably that do a lot of like dubbing or do a lot of translating for things. There's some companies that will like translate stuff into different languages for YouTube videos. They'll take people's, people will pay them, take the YouTube, and it's either a transcription service, or it'll be they want it dubbed. And so there are some companies out there that are popping up here and there that can use pretty much anyone, any language. They always need somebody for that language. I don't know if I answered that question, but I hope I did. If not, leave another comment. Hey, Rob. Oh, I need to talk to him. I'm going to need to talk to you in a little bit. Once I'm done here. For the coffee fund. Oh, yeah. Do I look sleepy again? I probably look sleepy again. I need some coffee. Okay. What's the best way for a beginner to make a gig? I can't match the demo reel. I can't match the demo reel gigs that so many Fiverr people have. What do you mean? What are you saying? Okay. Are you saying that you don't know how to make the high quality demo that other people have? Like you see a lot of successful people on Fiverr and that have really good demos and you don't know how to make those, make ones as good a quality? Is that your question? If so, let me know. Oh, here we go. The gig most people have are like commercials they've done and stuff. Oh, don't worry about that. That's later. Don't worry about that. I mean, basically, okay. So everyone's first demo, no matter how successful they are, is an absolute and total lie. And that's fine. It's absolutely fine for their demo to be a complete and total lie. A lot of my demos are. I have some demos that are of, stuff that I've done, but a lot of the stuff that my demos are more or less the kinds of projects that my voice is good for, which is really all the client needs. They don't need to know what you have done. They need to know what you could do. That's what most clients are looking for. So you just need a demo in general. Most people's demos on Fiverr are going to be a still image of you, good quality, branded logo, that kind of stuff. Doesn't have to be perfect, but the audio has to be good. The audio is visuals, low, doesn't have to be perfect, but audio has to be really good. And then it just has their 60-second audio demo produced back there. And then if you don't want to put exclusively on Fiverr in the audio, you can put a visual that has exclusively on Fiverr. That's one of their criteria. So, and then just wait until you start getting really good clients and really good work. And then over time, build your portfolio. And then when you have enough really good material, then you can make one of those kinds of demos. So, but before then, don't worry about that. Just make a good regular demo. Okay. Okay. Oh, it seems like Anthony. I'm not sure if others here can hear it, but I'm hearing the very say click and crackling sound coming from your live interval hum. Really? If anybody else is hearing what he's talking about or knows what he's talking about, please comment. Please comment. Okay. Let's see. What else we got here? The gig most people have are like commercials, stuff they've done, basically. So what can I put up? Okay. So in the playlist that the link that I posted earlier, there actually is a couple videos on demo production and demo making and demo writing. However, I specialize and focus mostly on character work. That's mostly what I do. So if you're looking for specifically character or commercial or narration demos, some of the stuff that I talk about isn't relevant or isn't quite what you're looking for. Some of it still is. A lot of the rules still apply, but some of it might not be. There are some videos out there by Mike Delgadio, definitely Mike Delgadio, and Bill DeWeese on commercial demos that you could probably look for. That might help you more than that, but someone's screaming sample. I don't know what's going on here. I don't hear anything. Okay, so it's probably just audio on his end, unfortunately. Sample. Sample of me? Yee-hee! All right, well, someone's having a jolly old time. Don't know what's going on there. I mean, it is past 5 o'clock where I am. Maybe it's past 5 o'clock where you are too, which is what I can only assume is happening there. All right. Okay. I think the audio quality here is important. I think the audio quality and the read is most important. Yes. Definitely in the parentheses of audio quality, I would definitely say that the treatment of your space is the most important thing to get that audio quality. That's the most important. Spec demos are fine. Agree. No one knows. Spec demos. I'm guessing the whole cut up pieces. Character voices sample. Bro, I'm gonna need complete sentences from you, bro. I'm gonna need complete sentences. Are you asking me to post my demo? I will do that. Is that what you're asking? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Hey, what's up? Hi. Hello, hi. Well, howdy. Howdy, Pilgrim. I'm not hearing that from Anthony. I hear that sometimes in live streams, but I've found it's usually on my end. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see what else. What else is in here? The video for Saturday. The video for Saturday will definitely be the character voices. So I asked a lot of you guys, and there's still some time. I asked a lot of you guys to send me some emails with some images that I haven't looked at yet, of just some random characters that aren't famous, aren't popular. I've never seen them before. That I'll just try to create voices from scratch and kind of talk to you guys about my process. So that video is coming up. That's Saturday's video. It's upcoming Saturday's video. So if you guys still want to send to me some random characters for me to voice, I'll do it for that. And again, it's really just a matter of just showing you guys what I do when a client sends me an image or a description and they want me to create a voice. You know, that's kind of like what I do. Do it the live stream. He's sorry, English only limited, instead Filipino accent. Oh, is this what you're talking about? The thing I just said. Is that what you're talking about? The character voice thing? Not going to do that yet. Not going to do that just yet. All right, my phone already gave me the 20% warning. So I probably only got like 10 minutes left on this live stream. I tried doing this with my webcam instead, but the computer was acting up again, which I do actually have new parts to change this computer, so I'll probably be doing that within this week, but I want to make sure that I get all my work done first before I gut my computer and put new shit in. So I'm trying to do that first. And then hopefully I'll do more webcam screen sharing live streams. But for now, I'm just using my phone. So, okay. You stand up in your booth, don't you? Yes, I stand up in my booth because it's better for character work. For audiobook, sit down, relax. You're going to be there a while. For more technical narration, I would say you can probably sit down. It's kind of like the audiobook. It's really relaxed. For certain kinds of commercials, you could sit down, but normally I would say stand up because there's there's a particular sound that you push your body into when you're sitting down. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. Why are there so many messages getting rejected here? I don't know why your message got rejected. Dropping F-bombs, bro. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. He's not doing that. But yeah, I stand up. I definitely stand up for character work because I'm very physical. I believe you should be physical, especially when you're doing anything high energy. And it just sounds better. When you're sitting down, sometimes you get that kind of hunched over sound when you're recording, and you don't want that. So you want to be standing up, so complete free airway, so you don't got to be taking as many breaths when recording. It's just better that way. It's just absolutely better. Also, if you're going to be doing voiceover as your career, you don't want every single hour that you're working to be, I don't know why I put working in quotation marks. It is working. It is a serious job, mom. You want every hour that you're working to be sitting down. You don't want that. You want to be standing up. You want to be a little bit more physical. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting down. You're going to be relaxed. You're going to have that relaxed sound, and that's not going to be good for every single recording. Okay. Pages of completion with thousands of jobs and reviews on Fiverr. How do you get noticed when you're just another red ball in the... Okay, all right. Let's select a very specific video for you. There is a particular video. Now, for you, let me see. For Aaron, I'm going to paste this again. I'm going to go ahead and paste this again. So I want you to watch that entire playlist. Watch that entire playlist. But I'm also going to select a very particular video out of this playlist that hopefully should help you out. Just trying to find it. Where is it? There it is. Music's neighbors playing music. Neighbors playing music. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay. So there you go. So there's a more specific video. So there's the playlist for all of my best from beginning to end voiceover videos. Best of the Q&A answering videos. It's really long. It's a long playlist. It's chunky, but it will absolutely help you. Absolutely. Answer most of those questions that you have. And then that last one is very specific to that very specific question. How do you get noticed? How do you not end up as just another blip on a map of blips or whatever? That's how you do that. Short answer is posting stuff on Fiverr that's specific. That's not just a general thing. Like, I will draw, I will do voiceover, I will edit. Be very specific. What do you use you? I don't know why that happened. Let's see what just happened there. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I'm back. All right, just wanted to make sure. Brother's calling me, probably concerned. I don't know why. Short answer to that question is, be very specific on Fiverr. Hi, Timmy. Which of the cameras listed are you currently using? The quality is amazing. My iPhone. I'm using my iPhone, actually. I was trying to use my webcam, but actually, where is it? I don't have it with me. I was using my webcam, but for some reason it was having trouble with the live stream, so I'm just using my iPhone. The way to get good audio, good video is lighting. It's actually lighting. Yeah. I got a whole bunch of these right there. Really good lighting, that helps with your videos. So I got two of those, one here, one there, and then I got all these little lights around me. You can actually see, oh yeah, you can see the corner of one right there. Yeah, you can see the corner of one of those. All right, what else we got in here? If there's nothing else, I might have to end this soon because my phone is dying. But do you use special cables to connect your computer or just the typical USB? To what? To my audio interface? Most of the stuff that I use is USB 3, USB 3.0. Oh, iPhone. It's not plugged up to the computer. I'm actually just doing live stream. So, okay, so there is a thing. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, got it. Okay. This is the device this is one of the devices I'm using. The other one's obviously connected. And so it's USB to Lightning. And then this just plugs right into my mixer. And then mic right into the iPhone. And it just naturally connects. Even though it's got this little like picture of like a camera or a DSLR on it, if it's USB, it's pretty much fine. There are a few exceptions, like this cannot provide power to a device. This can only connect them. So my mixer already gets power through the outlet, but so it's only just sending signal to my phone. So that's how you get better audio and video. Yeah, family's concerned because I live in a city and cities are being rioted and all that kind of stuff right now, and so my family's just concerned. What are you gonna do? I'm fine. No, shut up. All right. Okay. I guess I'm gonna probably chime out in a second. But I do want to let people know, for anyone who's new, if you need any help, or you need help coaching, need help, demo production, that kind of stuff, I do offer that service. But if you have any just general questions, like you need to know what kind of microphone to buy, what kind of treatment to use in your space, you want someone to review your demo, all that kind of stuff, you can email me at funnyguytimmy@gmail.com. You know, just a basic question and answer is always free. I might not get to it immediately. It may take me a couple days because sometimes I'm busy, but I always try to respond as much as possible, and I try to be as helpful as much as possible. So it's not just like, yeah, and then send. You know, I try to be in depth. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for today. I got some videos to shoot. I got family worried about me, and I got voiceover to do. Oh, let's answer this real quick. Is the moving blanket room treatment good enough to start with? Okay, so I have moving blankets in my recording space. So what I did is I pinned them to the walls, and then on top of that, I put that kind of foam over it. So it's a layer of moving blanket and then a layer of those. So there's two kinds of things. There's soundproofing and sound treatment. Sound blankets are more in the direction of soundproofing. Nothing's really soundproof, but those are more in the vein of soundproofing because they prevent noise from getting out and prevent noise from getting in. They do not help with reverb, though. So if you just line everything with those sound blankets, you're still going to get that bounce back. You're still going to get that feedback into the mic. So the foam helps to break up sound waves so that you're not getting any echo, you're not getting any reverb. So you always have to do both. So I would say yes, sound blankets, moving blankets, very good choice. But then on top of that, definitely get that kind of acoustic paneling. Always do that kind of stuff. That's what I meant. Thanks. Awesome. Cool. So I didn't answer that. Good. Yeah. Layer of moving blankets and then acoustic panels. And you're normally pretty good, especially if you're converting a closet. That's good. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be it, unfortunately, but I did make it to about an hour. So if you guys have any more questions, leave them down below. You can email me. Email is also down below. And until next time, peace.